In this presentation, I will show how ants perform efficient collective decision-making, solving a problem to which applying wisdom of the crowd's principles would surely fail. Wisdom of the crowds is the idea that averaging the judgment of a group of people can extract certain information more accurately than any individual, even an expert one. It is based on the realization that in a large group, errors of judgment tend to cancel out each other. In a similar principle termed wisdom of the swarm, individuals are allowed to share information. Here the group gradually converges into a single opinion that could considerably deviate from the average due to systematic biases shared by the majority. It has been demonstrated throughout history that wisdom of the swarm is more likely to become madness of the mob, sometimes leading to fatal disasters. How could we avoid being trapped in a common view that just might keep us away from a beneficial solution, or even worse, lead us towards a disaster? Ants are a superb model for a variety of efficient and clever collective behaviors. Although ants often successfully deploy the principle mentioned above, there are certain challenges in which such behavior is doomed to fail, because averaging the common wrong opinions would still yield a wrong result. In some ants, a simple solution has evolved. Here I show how ants overcome such non-trivial challenges. A group of longhorn crazy ants, Paratrechina longicornis, were given a load of food. Following a recruitment stage, these ants initiate highly efficient cooperative transport towards their nest. If not disturbed, the ants will quickly carry the load to the nest. However, the natural habitat of these ants includes many obstacles in their way. Most of these obstacles are easily maneuvered, but sometimes an obstacle poses a difficult problem for the ants. This happens when the obstacle allows individual ants a free passage while blocking the carrying group and the load. In such cases, most of the ants keep expressing wrong opinions, directing the carrying group to a dead end. Here, I mimicked such a challenge by placing in front of the moving load a barrier in which there is a slit, wide enough for individual ants to freely pass through it, but inaccessible to the load. The test worked as planned. The ants carried the load toward the nest until they stumbled upon the barrier. They helplessly wandered back and forth while repeatedly trying to pass through it, as suggested by the vast majority of the ants, and thus failed miserably. Just when one might think that all hope is lost, the ants seem to have a eureka moment. They turn to the opposite direction, away from the nest, and persistently make their way around the obstacle. How do ants solve such challenges? It turns out that although the vast majority of the ants hold the opinion go straight to the nest, few ants that happen to arrive from another direction bring fresh information. Practically, by deploying this behavior, the ants gain collective extended sensing capabilities. Due to the tendency of the group to conform to new information, the ants are able to explore novel opinions, even such that are opposite to the common view. In conditions where there is no obstacle and the common view of the ants is correct, the price for occasionally following minority opinions is low. However, in the cases where the common view fails, the gain for adopting minority opinions is high. Making a beneficial collective decision when most of the opinions point towards a wrong solution is non-trivial and requires the following. Encourage diversity of opinions. This is where novel and creative ideas come from. Hear, and sometimes even listen, to the minority opinion. Empower knowledge. Amplify a choice once taken to gain effective expression of rare information. This allows the group to adopt alternative opinions that might be more relevant and fruitful, especially when the dogma leads to stagnation. And most important, get wiser. Learn from the ants. Thank you.